Dust Raiders. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Dust Raiders is a management strategy game set in a lawless wasteland. Sounds like the UK, doesn't it? Upgrade your vehicles, engage in tactical fights against raiders hunting for your resources, and gather a crew to rule the area. This is a cheapie, guys. It's a £13 game, and I reviewed the demo, I don't know when it was, quite a few months ago now. And I really enjoyed the demo. I was hoping for bigger and better things from the actual game. I got a bigger map, but it was kind of like the same game. I'm quite disappointed with it, but I'll just explain what the game is first, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty. You start off on foot at this place called the Refinery. It's like Mad Max kind of times, and you quickly get a set of wheels, this Roma, and unfortunately you stick with these wheels all through the game. I was hoping you'd upgrade to huge. Well, I haven't finished the game, but I'm pretty much well in now, and I'm still on the same vehicle, which is a huge disappointment. And what you do, you have a map which is covered in the fog of war. You can't see anything, you don't know where anything is, so you're roaming around, and it's a very dangerous place. There's enemies that can just attack you. There's lots and lots of places, points of interests if you like, where you can visit, and you'll get good loot if you can pass the little test and click the right thing. But the most important part of the map are the settlements you'll come to, because each settlement, well, most settlements have a job board where you can get pretty basic quests to deliver stuff here and there, or go and fight somebody, and it gets you some money. There's also traders there, which is another main part of the game. You buy low, sell high, various different products. There's quite a few things, but nowhere near as many as I would like, that you can trade with. And as you unlock more and more of the map, you can actually click on the little settlements, and they'll tell you what they need and what they make. And it works like Elite and a lot of trading games. If they have an abundance of something, it's cheap. If they don't have any of it, it's quite expensive. So you can sell at places where they have a desperate need for that product. So you kind of work your way around the map, doing a lot of trading, getting a lot of money. I found making money just simple in this game, but I had nothing to spend it on. I was just going around with thousands, sitting there doing nothing, so I stopped trading eventually. There was nothing to buy. The weapons that you get, there's not a huge amount of weapons. They're in different tiers. The RPG tiers of blue, Epic is purple and things like that, but there was only a handful of different types of weapons. That's your main weapon that you can equip on your vehicle. You can also have special weapons that you can put on, but again, even that, there's only a handful of different type of special weapons and armor and things, so there's not a lot. The customization of the vehicles is poor. It's just poor. It could have been so much better. You could have had so much better, bigger, heavier vehicles. You can have up to 3 on your sort of convoy, but you can hardly put anything on them. So the customization's just not as good as it should be, really. And that's essentially the game. You go around, there's story missions and just basic missions. You build up your fleet, you get drivers that have different stats that you put in the vehicles. You have to refuel them constantly. The fuel doesn't last long, although it lasts longer than it did in the demo. You've got to watch your cargo space, and it's fun. It is fun going around the place and trading, making money, getting new weapons, getting new vehicles, and doing the little bit of customization that you can. If you do get into a fight, it works like this. There's lanes that you can't see. You're just kind of constantly traveling from you can see that you're just constantly traveling. And you can move left, right, or up and down in the different lanes. And you might get an exclamation mark, and you'll hear the horn toot. And that means there's an obstacle in one of the lanes. You'll see an exclamation mark. If you see that in your lane, get out of that lane quick, because you're going to hit something. With your main Roma vehicle, you can side ram things out the way. And you also have special weapons and main weapons that you can fire at. You control all your vehicles in your convoy. You can press the space bar and slow time right down, so you can get some focus firing done on various vehicles. And it's not bad, the combat, but it is clunky. I have had numerous times where I've told vehicles to fire and they just don't. And so you've got to be careful. You've got to make sure that every order is actually being received, because it is a little bit clunky. And it's basically all the same as it was in the demo, just on a bigger scale, because you can access way more of the map. And that's pretty much the game. Now, it is a cheap game. It's not a £50 game or anything like that. It's only £13, and it is worth the £13. You'll get your money's worth out of it. But it's just a missed opportunity, because I think this game on paper is great. In fact, when you start playing it, it's great. And it's only after about an hour or two that you think, well, is that it? It's very shallow. It doesn't give you much more than what you see in the first hour. And that was the big gripe for me. I was expecting way more than this. And it isn't early access. This is actually a finished product. So I'm thumbing it up because I did enjoy it. But it could have been so much better.